This is a study guide, numbers 1 through 3. On number 1, it says a right triangle has an angle that measures 52.8 degrees. What is the measure of the other acute angle? If you'll remember, in a right triangle, it has a 90-degree angle. So you have to think about it as saying, oh yeah, already we have 180 degrees minus 90. What does that leave me with? It leaves you with 90 degrees left for the other two angles. So whenever you're told specifically that you have a right triangle, the other two angles are going to be complementary, which means they add up to be 180. So essentially you have 52.8 degrees plus the other angle should equal the remaining amount left, which is 90 degrees. That makes them complementary. So to solve for that last side, you're going to subtract 52.8 from both sides or from 90, and what you're going to be left with is 37.2, or in other words, 37.2 degrees would be the measure of the other acute angle. In number 2 here, you have been given a picture and you've been asked to find the measure of angle SRP. That's this exterior angle. We also learned in this class that the exterior angle is going to equal the sum of the non-included interior angles, or the remote interior angles. So that means is that you have 23 degrees added to your 5x minus 1. So those are your two remote interior angles. We add them together and they'll equal your exterior angle, 9x plus 2. So the sum of the two remote interior angles equals that exterior angle. And now we're going to solve. So here we've got, we can combine like terms. We have 5x, that would be plus 22, is equal to 9x plus 2. I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides, so 22 is equal to 4x plus 2 when I subtract 5x from both sides. I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides, so 4x is equal to 20. Divide both sides by 4, and the value of x is going to be 5. That is not what the question is asking for. The question is specifically asking for this angle measure, which means we still need to plug in the 5 into that x that we're trying to find. So you're going to do 9 times that 5 plus 2 to match this exterior angle that we've been asked to find. So 9 times 5 is going to be 45 plus 2. So my total here is going to be 47 degrees. That is the exterior angle that I have. Number 3, if you'll look, we have been given that this angle right here and this angle right here are congruent. We also know that this angle is congruent to this angle because those are vertical angles, and vertical angles are always congruent. So with the third angle theorem, it allows us to say that the third angles will also be congruent to each other, which means these two measures are going to equal each other. So when it asks us to find x, we're going to set up an equation. The two angles are going to equal each other. So we have 6x minus 4 is equal to 5x plus 4. I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides, so 4 is equal to x minus 4. I'm going to add 4 to both sides, so x is going to equal 8. And now we've solved the question where it says find the value of x.